At the end of the day, Monk Mo Gang, you know what's going on. At the end of the day, I just got done posting 28 stories on Snapchat just to show like I don't have to prove myself. I'm a content machine. I go to any platform and I dominate. They want you to go to any woman with the Lululemon and try to dominate. No, I go to any platform and I dominate. I dominate content because content is what's gonna pay you. At the end of the day, you got to understand. I'm on Snapchat now. You can look me up, Mr. 40. I repeat, you can look me up, Mr. 40. At the end of the day, Mr. 40 Snapchat is up and running. And now you got King 40 on YouTube up and running. So at the end of the day, don't think we stopping there. Listen, the gaming channel on Twitch, oh, that's coming pretty soon. Listen, at the end of the day, we on fire. Listen, I just want to talk about stairs. At the end of the day, listen, when you focus on yourself, when you really taking care of yourself, when you really ignoring 99% of people, bro, they're going to give you looks. You're going places in life. At the end of the day, I repeat, they're gonna give you looks. You're going places in life. You got to understand. You think people in Monaco not gonna look at you stepping out the La Ferrari? You think people not gonna look at you when you riding around in a Ferrari LaFerrari? They're gonna be taking pictures of your car. They're gonna be taking videos. All the attention is gonna be on you. You're gonna feel like Tupac. All eyes on me. But we didn't have to wear cheetah print tidy whities. Listen, at the end of the day, listen, I don't got time for that. Listen, we didn't have to sell our show and take 2 shots. Who shot you? At the end of the day, you got to understand. Do not be offended by people staring at you. A lot of people go to different countries, especially melanated people. They just want to feel like a victim so bad. They go to a European country where it's not a lot of them. And then people be staring at them. And then they talking about, oh, they're racist. They're not racist. You're just rare. I repeat, they're not racist. You are just rare. They never seen you before. They never seen you before. They know you're different. When you stand out, it's all eyes on you. That's why they look at you like that. When you walking through on retention on monk mode with buys and tries, dudes be looking like E Honda off a Street Fighter. I repeat, dudes be looking like E Honda off a Street Fighter. So they gonna be walking with their girlfriends. They looking at you because they think because their girlfriends keep locking eyes with you. Their girlfriend keep looking at your biceps. At the end of the day, she looking at you like ooh la la, ooh la la. That's not your go-to, the old female attraction. I'm about to smash her. Now you're going to lose your freaking force in life. That is your force you have in life. The reason you can't be a force in life is because you gave up your life force. I repeat, the reason you cannot be a force in this life is because you keep giving up your life force. Keep that seed and you will become a force in life. So since you're a force out here in a street, in a building, in a library, in a gym, you're a force everywhere. Online, you're a force. The way you make your coffee, it just hit different. You're just a force. You got to understand. The reason you're going to get stares is not for the reason you think it is. At the end of the day, they looking at you. The reason some people going to hate on you is because, bro, you're standing out. Everybody got nailed. Everybody got nailed. Everybody got nailed. They keep on trying to boom, 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 hit you with the hammer. You still standing up. You're still standing after all the laughter. Boom, ha ha, boom, ha ha. You're still standing up. You don't care. At the end of the day, all the bubbles walk past you. You don't turn your head and look. You not chasing. 99% of dudes is chasing. They got to be the alpha male. You're not chasing. You just want Ferraris. Boom, ha ha, boom, ha ha. Nothing is working. You keep going to the gym. You keep getting biceps and triceps for yourself. You're not trying to get buys and tries to get laid. Ha ha, boom. What? You're not going down. At the end of the day, what? We not going down. At the end of the day, you got to understand. All of these dudes are going down, and 99% of people around you, they cannot take criticism. At the end of the day, 99% of people around you, they're all soft as Pop-Tarts. They're all soft and sweet as toaster strudels. They're all soft as pancakes. At the end of the day, you are too strong. It's not that you're trying. It's not that you have to try. Listen, on monk mode, you don't have to try. Once you get past 120 days, you no longer have to try. Listen, it's going to get even better and crazier at the same time. Soon as you hit day 365 and up. Listen, we going 7 to 10 years. We're going to have so much of a life force in 7 to 10 years. We're going to be the 0.00001%. Nobody does what we do. But at the end of the day, listen, that doesn't give you the motivation to give up. And listen, just because you're getting stares, stop caring about validation. You are not a female. At the end of the day, only people care about validation are females. At the end of the day, and guys who act like women. If you don't act like women, if you're masculine, if you're a guy, you don't care about attention. You don't care about validation. Listen, I am not an entertainer. I don't care about attention. I care about getting the message out. Listen, at the end of the day, I'm the general on the front line. You're the general on the front line. They're the general on the front line. You over there, you're the general on the front line. So start acting like it. At the end of the day, why are you not dropping content? Do you not realize if you're on monk mode, you're not chasing validation. You're not trying to get laid. You're doing what is basically, it sounds like it's extinct. Every guy is chasing a female's approval. Every guy is trying to chase something that's not going to work. Every guy cannot go 7 to 10 years, no releasing, just all testosterone, all go straight through the fire, avoid effort till she buzz. Then you're going to look like have a beer belly and look like you about to buzz. At the end of the day, you got to understand. Stay focused on the goal. That's how you're going to become a multi-millionaire. Everybody going to tell you, do this, do that, do this, do that. And listen, newsflash, a lot of rich people are also controlled. You want to be the multi-millionaire, self-made, who is not controlled. At the end of the day, we're not controlled. We got multiple channels. If something go wrong with this channel, listen, you cannot shut us down. If something go wrong with this platform, we're on Snapchat also. If something go wrong with Snapchat, we're going to be on Twitch also. At the end of the day, you have to be unstoppable in life. That's how you're going to get the multi-millionaires. Listen, if you are stoppable, you're dating. Dating is control. They're controlling you. They're running mind games on you. Back, forward, up, down. Well, listen, that is control. At the end of the day, they have your seed, your baby. Listen, child support. Boom, you're controlled. Now you can't leave. You have to stay in a particular spot 18 years straight until your payments are completed. You are now controlled resource-wise. Listen, at the end of the day, you want to play this dating game, you're controlled. You got to do this, and do this, and do that just to get this. Listen, that is control. You're also, to do this, you're controlled by your lust. You are controlled. A lot of rich dudes, they pulling up in Lambos just so they can get laid. We're pulling up in the Lambos just so we can get away, so we can dodge stuff. So, listen, we got to get gone. We in the Dodge Demons. Listen, we want the Dodge Hellcats to dodge all the cat. A lot of dudes get the Dodge Hellcats so they could pick up the cat. Listen, we're dodging the cat in the Dodge Hellcat. At the end of the day, we're retaining our seed. Listen, this is not the end game. The end game is Monaco or Dubai. At the end of the day, you got to understand the end game may be Brazil. The end game may be South Sudan. You never know. At the end of the day, you got to understand you have to travel the entire world first before you settle down, so you know exactly what you want. You guys never travel to other countries. You don't know other countries' morals. Other countries respect men. Russian countries, they respect men. They're not going to call you a boy. They're not going to laugh at you. Ha ha. Ha ha. It's going to sound like a little Dirt concert. At the end of the day, you got to understand. Why would you settle when you're becoming one of the strongest men to walk the earth? Listen, if you are retaining in 2025, you are becoming the strongest man to walk the earth. And you don't want validation? You are literally the strongest man walking. Listen, monk mode gang, you know what's going on. Listen, bro.